Hi, nobodies. So, I'm not really feeling better today, but I feel different. This is obviously a very mild cold, or it's one of those that just takes forever to build up, or maybe I chugged enough Sunny D to like fight it. I don't know. But that's not what I'm wanting to talk about this morning. Um, so, I'm going to explain something. When I was in Cleveland, I guess my whole life, I've been fighting for people's attention. Not in a way like, I mean, there were times when it was pretty outlandish, like it's like, hey, look what I can do, kind of Stewart thing, or hold my beer type of shit. But I've always wanted people to see me. And I feel like a lot of times they don't. And now my 20-year relationship, I guess if anybody saw me, it was him. He saw me. I mean, he didn't see everything and he didn't always hear me. But as far as I didn't have to work for his attention, I didn't have to work for his attention. I had his attention. So when things were over, I met someone who I got loads of attention from. And it was the attention that I wanted. And I mean, I wasn't having to do anything crazy to get it, And it was nice. So then I pack up my whole fucking life and go to Cleveland. And then I have to fight for even the smallest thing, the smallest bit of attention, and like being told, hey, here's the plan, like I'm gone all day. Like I was by myself like a good 20 hours a day. Well, no, I can't say that because there was sleep time. So a good 12 hours of the day, I was by myself. Those were my waking hours, right? And I would send a text and not get a reply. When I did get a reply or a phone call, it was this person complaining about themselves, their situation. Very rarely was it, I feel bad that you're there by yourself all the time. And I mean, if it wasn't like, hey, I need to spend more time with you. It was like, you really need to like get a job so you can have something to do. And it's like, that's not necessarily what I want to do. That's not what's going to make me happy. Like, oh, okay, I'm going to go to work for like 8 hours a day and that's going to make me happy. No, I want time. And this person was not as supportive as they had been before. They were not, it went from, I'm so intimidated by your intelligence to, you don't know what you're talking about. Like never once. I mean, the only time he would mention how smart but you're not doing anything with it. You need a career, make money and, and I was like, that's not what's going to motivate me. Went from every day of, I'm going to tell you you're pretty every day. I'm so lucky, to never saying it, and I was fighting so hard to get back to that. Because I didn't pick up my life. I didn't get rid of so many of my possessions to travel light. I did not do any of that for the person I ended up meeting. I did it for the person that I had been talking to. So, as things wound down and I came back, I tried. You know, I put forth so much fucking effort to get nothing in return. I mean, this person would, you know, like, I'd get so excited to see their name pop up on my phone, to hear their special ringtone, and I would answer, and there was never a, how are you today? It was always like, oh, I got so much crap going on. Things aren't fair. And, you know, and it's like, okay, you know, I'm not feeling well today. I'm not doing well today. I'm kind of sad today. And none of that was ever addressed. And I fought so hard. I really did. So now, you know, I mean, I was fighting so hard to be seen again. He seemed to see me until he saw me, you know. And there are other people in my life these days that it's like, I don't have the energy to remind you of who I am. So when I take the time to reach out, because sometimes I would rather cut off my hand than put my neck out there. If I reach out, it shouldn't be a fight. You know, I mean, it shouldn't be I shouldn't feel like it's futile. A futile effort. And I just don't have the energy. I mean, the situation in Cleveland just really wiped me out. I mean, I saved up 20 years of strength and lost that strength in a few months. Now it's just like, I just really don't have it in me to keep begging for attention. You know, that I tell people, hey, you know, if I haven't heard from you, you know, it's not typical for me to, you know, remember. Because a lot of times the little things, like days will go by and then I'll be like, oh yeah, I haven't talked to that person. And it's not that they're not important. It's that I'll remember when it's an inconvenient time to speak with them. And then when it's convenient, I'm busy, you know, or I think they're busy, you know. From my other INFJ friend, we've come to the conclusion that we always feel like we're bothering people. So even a text, which most people would agree, a text is kind of like, you know, hey, you don't have to answer immediately. Like, this is just us saying, hey, thinking about you. Hit me up when you're not busy. Because a phone call, we're like, oh yeah, we're calling them when they're in the bathroom. We always think that we're bugging somebody. Like, Oh, we're the queen of bad timing. But right now, I'm going to lose some people. Because I can't put forth that effort. I can't. You know, if I tell you I got your back, if I tell you I give a shit, I fucking mean it. I don't say those things just to be nice. I don't. If I speak to you in more than yes, no, we're good, I'm good, you know, then yes, I'm just being nice. But if I am sending you things that I hope will make you laugh, sharing music with you, speaking in less vague terms, like letting you know, like, I'm a little sick, but I'm good, how are you? You know, like if I'm giving you some extra information, then yes, no, everyone's fine. You know, like, or flat out, like if I don't answer your text, period, like if 5 hours, a whole day's gone by and I ain't answered, then yeah, I'm just being nice most of the time. And I let people know this about me. So I'm done fighting for a place, you know. I mean, if people want to think I'm some fake person, or that I'm just being nice, I'm just being this, I'm just being that, I'm done fighting for them to change their mind. You know, I think most people who really know me would say that I'm pretty straight up about, you know, like, I care. It's not fake. I might come off as indifferent, or or it might seem like I'm mad sometimes, when in all actuality, I'm not indifferent. If I'm silent, there are one of two things happening. I'm trying to figure out the best response. I'm actively listening and trying to figure out what can I say to make things okay. Or I feel small. I feel like, you know, if I say anything, it's just going to make things worse. Like there's nothing I can say. Like there's a conflict. And I feel like there's nothing I can say to make things better. So I choose to stay silent and be small. You know, just kind of like in those shows where you'd see somebody like disappear into the wallpaper. That is me. I am trying to disappear into the wallpaper. I am trying not to make things worse. And I feel like if I speak, if I look at you, if I start crying, if I, you know, any reaction could make things worse. And I don't want to make things worse. So I'm silent. I'm still. And I seem cold and indifferent. But I'm not. But I'm tired of fighting for a place. I get it. Only like 1 or 2% of the population is like me. And that's okay, you know, because when you think about it, that's actually a pretty high number in the grand scheme of things. You know, my tribe isn't as big as, you know, it's not super big, but, you know, like, you think about it, if it's like, even if it was 1,000 strong, that's 1,000 souls on this planet that get me. You know, that I don't have to fight for a place in their life. They're going to be around. You know, and I'm going to be the person that they decide, like, hey, I'm really low, but this person understands. This person, I can say things the way I want to say them, and they're not going to take offense because they understand that my intentions are good, that I don't want to offend anybody, that I don't want to hurt anybody, that, you know, I'm just expressing myself. Tired. So I have to recharge those reserves. I can't even really help anybody. I'm really past it. That I am just not strong enough to help people who really need help. And that kills me because my natural inclination is to, I hate to call anyone broken, but some people, it's like, you know, you just want to help them out. Not that there's some big project to do, but you're like, hey, you know, just a tweak or two, and maybe their life will change and things will get better. And I don't do it for the, hey, they're doing so good and it's all because I entered their life. No. They do the work. I just kind of push them in the right direction. And do I feel good about that? Yes. Do I brag about that? Do I tell everybody, hey, you know, this is what I've done? No. It's something that only I think of, you know, just like when it comes down to, I did everything for you. No, I don't look at it like that. I just look at it like, you know what? They're on the right path and I'm happy for them. I don't look at it as I did that for them. I fixed them. I made them better. No. I'm just happy for them. So I'm going to go now. I hope that you're having a good day. I hope that it's sunny where you are because it's still freaking raining here. I need some sunshine. But if you're not having a good day, every opportunity is a moment to turn it around. And if it's raining and gloomy and craptastic outside, walk outside if you can. And just feel the rain. Just feel it. It's not that bad, really. I mean, you are dryable. You know, that little disconnect sometimes is just what you need. You know, don't think about it as, I'm getting wet, or, it's cold. You know, when you first jump into the pool's fucking cold, and then you have a great time. Dance in that shit. Show the rain that, you know what? You ain't ruining my day. I'm going to find some way to salvage what I don't like. So I'm going to go, and I hope you have a good day. I am going to try my damnedest to make sure that today goes my way. Bye.